Now, hello everybody, my name is Christian, and welcome back to Skycast. And as we were watching hurricane season continue to grow into the month of October, two devastating hurricanes, one being Helene, the other one being Hurricane Milton. Today we are going to be recapping on what happened with Hurricane Milton. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And as we are looking at Power Outage US, this is the area that we've seen all the power outages you can see from all the different colors up and down portions of west and eastern. But up and down portions of central Florida. Landfall was directly made towards portions of the Pinellas County and the Hillsborough County area. This number was about 3 million, now down to about 1.5 million, with about 11 million tracked. So overall, those crews are doing a very well job with getting this power back on. If you are interested, here's all the crews and stuff, all the power outages in areas that you would like. If you do want to read this, you can pause the video to read it. You can see, though, in areas of Pinellas County, where Tampa is, Pinellas County on its own, almost the 367,000 people, almost 368,000, with only 500,000, about 500, 600,000 being recorded. So that's a very decent amount. Just kind of goes to show how strong this storm really was. And as we were looking at Hurricane Milton in the Atlantic. Hurricane Milton was a Category 5 status. This is from my Twitter, which you can follow in the description. I will full screen this. I mean, you can see just the sheer intensity. All that white, you can see a very defined eyeball, but that purple in that pink areas, that kind of goes to show the sheer intensity of this. This is one of the very few hurricanes that went sub 900 in pressure. The lower the pressure drops, the stronger that hurricane is. And you can see right here, about 897 is where the pressure was, 898, 897. So the very strong hurricane there. We have only had, I think, about 4 or 5 hurricanes in the last few years that have dropped sub 900. This has made Milton the 4th strongest hurricane on Atlantic record season. So very, very intense hurricane that we did see. Thankfully, what happened with that is that it hit some wind shear. The dry air kind of wrapped around it, and it weakened it upon landfall at a mid to low range Category 3. Something else with this hurricane that was a threat, though, was the outer band sparking a major tornado threat. I do want to go ahead and get right into that and cover that. Here's one of the supercells that we did see. Very, very textbook supercell towards Pahokee, Florida, right near the lake that's in the central area. I forgot the name, but you can see very, very defined hook echo. I do think that this is actually one of the PDS warned tornado warnings. Do correct me if I'm wrong, though. But towards areas of like Fort Pierce got hit pretty strong with one of these tornadoes. Here's one of the storms that we did see towards the town of Westlake. This is in Florida, just south of the Fort Pierce area. You can see very intense supercell with this. You can see the hook echo kind of blocked by the radar. The radar actually almost got hit with this one. I think as of now, this is preliminary EF3. You can see there's the velocity, couple it with this on one of the other radars, and then once again that debris ball, very defined, very deep debris ball as this continued to move into portions of the Westlake area. This actually went through the full town before lifting, and I think it touched down once again just south of Fort Pierce. Here's another photo as this went towards the general vicinity airport in that area, F-45. Once again, you can see very defined debris ball as that continued to strengthen past Westlake and into the area of the airport. And then the tornado that I think everybody has heard about is the one near Vero Beach, just north of the Fort Pierce area. PDS tornado warning, strong tornado touchdown. You can actually see the debris right here, the hook echo, quite obvious, but you can see the debris popping up on reflectivity. This is what it looked like on the connection. Once again, the Lakewood Park area. And then this is the debris ball, that what it looked like on the correlation coefficient. It was through that debris almost 25, 30,000 feet in the air, which is almost airliner type. You can see right there in the center of the photo that area of debris. Very strong tornado once again. I also think this one's preliminary EF3, but I will have to go back and check. But that's what we looked at for Florida. And then Milton moved on land, produced those wind gusts, that flooding, that storm surge, which as of now don't have any photos of that. And then special thank you to Seek and Destroy, the weatherman Seek. He went out and got some photos from the Fort Pierce area, so from that tornado. So this is what it looked like. You can see very destructive tornado that touched down in this area. You can see in this photo particularly the fence knocked over. Some of the building was actually destroyed. Here in this photo, you can see once again another building looked like it was destroyed for the most part. A lot of that debris littering the grass out here. Everything from trees to power lines were knocked over. You can see actually back in here towards this area, you can see one of the power lines got knocked down. Destroyed the billboard that was here, and even with that, knocked one of the power poles and littered a lot of the area. With this area, with that debris from buildings, signs, anything that they could grab a hold of. Here you can see a piece of debris actually got lodged in a tree. I'm unsure of what type of debris this is or where this come from. It looks like a piece of a plane, but I'm sure that that's not what it is. But this actually got lodged in the tree from this tornado, which kind of goes to show the strength of it. And then here's a photo of one of the cars. That guy, I'm assuming the car got flung. I don't know the story behind this. This is just the photo. But I assume this car got flung. You can see how flattened it is. Very, very destructive with this. Now, with that being said, I am going to leave Milton on a close to this. Milton has completed power companies. Death tolls will continue to be updated on my Twitter as that does progress. I do want to get into something else, though. It has been a very active week for literally everything, including the sun. Sun shot some solar flares at us, having another G5 aurora, something that we seen back in May, if you guys remember that. We seen it again, and these are photos that I took towards the 127 from Frankfort, Kentucky to Owenton, Kentucky, and as far south as areas of Florida got to see this. This was visible. As bright as you can see on the camera, this was visible to the naked eye, and that just goes to show how strong these flares were. Absolutely beautiful towards these areas. We went numerous different areas to get photos. Here's one I took off of Frankfort Road towards areas of, I think it was Versailles that we were on, from Frankfort Road to Versailles. You can see the streaking from this. At this point in time, it was very hard to see visible to the naked eye, but you can still see it for the most part. I do have to say that 127, if you're looking at 127, it looks due north on this stretch of road right here. We got a lot of the beautiful photos from this area, so it was a very good choice to look through this area. It was very pretty to see, and I am excited to be able to share these photos with you guys. But besides that, that's all I have for you guys today. If you're in Florida, wishing you guys the best of luck. Severe weather should pick up within the next few weeks again as we move into tornado season number 2, which is November and December. So we will start covering that once it hits. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next one.